If the path in front of you is clear, you're probably walking someone else's. I didn't always plan to be the black sheep of my family. I didn't plan to deconstruct from my faith. And I didn't plan on losing certainty. But losing certainty turned out to be the best thing that has ever happened to me and my art. Because when you don't know where you're going, you are forced to listen to yourself, to life, to what actually feels true. And that state, that uncomfortable, ungrounded state, is where real art is born. We're all from the same house, living in different rooms. We see what we've learned to notice. And most of us inherit our beliefs kind of in the same way that we inherit furniture, without ever asking if it fits us. For me, leaving Christianity wasn't about rebellion. It was about honesty. I reached a point where I realized I couldn't pretend to know something I didn't actually know. And the moment you stop pretending, you become the black sheep, ostracized from your community that holds together on a certain belief system. Here's something no one tells you though. You can't hand someone truths. You can't argue them into it, and you can't scare them into it either. I feel like truth has to be experienced to really resonate. How many times we've heard someone continuously say the same thing and we never understood it until we were ready to hear it. And when we heard it, you just think that it's the best thing you've ever heard. It becomes so clear because your understanding of it resonated. All you can do is create a framework, a space where someone can explore their own questions and arrive at their own knowing. That's why rigid belief systems are so seductive. They remove uncertainty. They tell you what to think, how to live, who to be. But in my experience, they can also make you blind to your own excellence. And sometimes, from my observation, they dissolve accountability. Carl Jung said, if the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. And that line wrecked me in the best way. Because when the path isn't clear, when there's no map, no authority telling you what's right, what's wrong, you have to develop attention, imagination, and intuition. You become uncompromising with your craft. You stop bowing down to accepted ways of doing something and you start asking, does this really make me feel alive? That's when you're no longer copying the world, you're creating your own. Because it's either that or you slowly die in someone else's. Being the black sheep is uncomfortable. It's not comfortable when you feel estranged from your family, when some members don't want to talk to you anymore for many years on end. But going through challenges unearths what you're really capable of. I've noticed something in my own life. My tolerance for discomfort is directly related to my growth. And I noticed that in personal life and in my art career as well. Doing hard things is really good for me. If it were easy, I wouldn't get better. If it didn't hurt a little, I wouldn't get stronger, more resilient, maybe a little wiser. And weirdly, I am really grateful for that. Lean into it. That's where I feel the true gems of life become clear. When we look at society, it's the sums of its individuals. So when people start waking up one by one, questioning inherited ideas, doing the deep work, culture shifts. We think we live in the most brutal of times. But I was reading about Seneca the other day, the philosopher who lived through about 30 wars in his lifetime, and he passed away at 68. He served under Nero and was ultimately ordered to take his own life by the state. And even then, he chose reflection over conformity. Every generation thinks its moment is impossible. But this is our time now. There's a strange freedom in not knowing. It's ungrounding, yes, but it's also absolute freedom. When you stop needing reality to be a certain way, something opens. Thoughts lose their grip, our stories soften a little bit, and you realize you are not your beliefs. You are not your conditioning. You are not the roles handed down to you. You are life, happening in real time, today, at this moment. And when you create from that place, it hits differently. And people can feel it. They say 10% of life is what happens to you, and 90% is how you respond to it. That is one of my personal favorite sayings. We don't control the times that we're born into, only whether we're the bright spot within those times. So yes, it can't be lonely, but it's also such a privilege to break patterns from the past, to question everything, to create art from deep knowing and sincere curiosity. So if the path feels unclear and no one around you is understanding what you're doing, trust it. That might be the very thing that makes your work undeniable. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.